We are here today for one word, and that's honor. These people have given their life completely. All they do is serve. Let's truly honor one another.
All I know is that when I dey coca hit and go. All I know is that when I dey shoot I hit their home. All I know is that when I dey coca hit and go. All they know is that when I been shoot I hit their home. So why they wanna cause more? Put them in the cross. Talk, color be their own. Blood, did it on their own. Talk, so why they wanna bring blood down to my front door? I don't wanna drink more blood on the dance floor. Supposing I falling with my color like this and that. I'm dressed in black. Opportunity no be waiting, I go they look them pass. So I light my pass, light that man with my bumpy. See I got a knot on the monkey. I'm a shiny my money. Odumodu follow the cipher country. I go fill my glass, cup, higher cash, phone, wide and the phone. Sean, I ups on the lost. Cause all I know is that when I be coca hit and go. All I know is that when I be shoot I hit their own. All I know is that when I be coca hit and go. All they know is that when I be shoot I hit their own. So I don't wanna cause more, put him in the cross. Talk, color be their own. Lord, did it on their own. Talk, so I don't wanna be Lord, down to my front. I don't wanna drink.
I blow your candle light. You know I'm just that type. No, them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill my vibe. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill. Them no fit kill my. Wise man said, follow the stars. There you shall find a piece of advice. If you hit your enemies, enemies shine. If you're not a friend of me, enter the light. Cause you can never kill my vibe. Got here with no sacrifices. Everything was taken, still had to make it. Life killer, me I no go take shit. Only you the best thing for me, yo. I know nobody matter more. Nobody matter. Hey. Nobody matter. It be like I don't win a lotto. I know if you cool it down more. Baby girl, I'm whiskey away. Whiskey away on holiday. Holiday to Mozambique. Follow me go to Mozambique. Baby girl, are you on your way? She made her bring helicopter. Oh, I'm tender now. Shake it up like I do overdo. But we go trouble their timeline. Keep their baby, they go down. Trouble their megabyte. Megabyte, what the Lord I know. Trouble their timeline. Keep their baby, they go down. Trouble their megabyte. Megabyte. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you. Keep it tight in a wine. Keep it tight in a wine. Baby girl, oh, you look at me. And I want to look at you.
Come on, let's do better than that.
Many people consider Alex Ihama as one of the most dynamic and engaging speakers in the world today. An executive coach to CEOs, senators, bishops, TV personalities, Olympians, he is a professional speaker, best-selling author, and global strategist who has helped global organizations to save and make millions of US dollars. He is a master coach to over 100 other coaches worldwide and has taken his revolutionary messages on leadership, business, religion, politics, and national transformation agenda across many continents. He regularly speaks at highly profiled conferences and retreats from Canada to Cuba, the UK to the USA, Germany to Ghana, Switzerland to South Africa, the Netherlands to Nigeria, the Bahamas to Belgium, and nations like the Dominican Republic, Malawi, Kenya, France, and Jamaica. With 2 decades worth of corporate experience working with Fortune 500 companies to execute many projects valued at over $1 billion US. Alex is an astute businessman and the author of over 100 transformational courses, certification programs, and best-selling books like Welcome to Greatness and The Mystique of Leadership. Alex Ihama is the president CEO of the International School of Greatness with campuses worldwide and passionately believes that no matter your circumstances, you can be more, do more, have more, and give more. According to him, we can all be heroes. We just have to start behaving like one without aiming to be one. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise on your feet and put your hands together for Alex Ihama.
Thank you for being here today. We are here today for one word, and that's honor. H-O-N-O-U-R, or you drop the U if you're from America. Can we say that together? One more time. Now, that's not a word they teach you in school. That's not a word they teach you at work. That's not even a word young people know anything about these days. But I learned something from my mom. She passed away 2 years ago. But she always said, give honor to those who honor is due. I never really asked her, how do you know who the honor is due? So she never really told me. But in my short time on earth, I have learned that if you want your business to grow further, you got to honor your customers. You got to honor your employees. You got to honor people. But how many of you have the word honor in your policy at work? Nobody. Not even the word love is there anymore. So I made a decision years ago. I said on my birthday, it's my birthday weekend. Thank you. I said on my birthday, I am going to honor people who I believe the honor is due. And I've been doing that for many years. Thank God to COVID. Unfortunately, many people passed away. But COVID really gave us that 2 years to rethink the strategy for this. And we rebranded it as Canada Leadership Summit and Nation Builders Award. When we selected the people for this award, even until yesterday, a fine counselor somewhere out in some region, somebody sent me an email. I know some people that should be on your list of awardees. And people were nominating. And if you are one of those here, because I did tell you, I said, you should come and meet the people we are honoring today. And you will understand why. So let me quickly tell you why. Number one, these people have given their life completely, not 50%. Some of us are 20%. Some of us are 30%. That is, all they do is serve. All they do is love. All they do is honor. They are not even looking for something back. A very good example, we all pick on her all the time. A very good example is the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine. Going from one event to the other, sometimes they don't even recognize her. I've sat with her. There's even no food on the table. But she still shows up. I've sat with her, and she was not fully recognized. Absolutely, somebody. That's honor right there. So if you take away one word from here, let it be, let's truly honor one another. It's simple. When I came to Canada years ago, I used to go on bus 45 in Kipling. When we go in, an elderly person comes, we stand up. But over time, I got a job downtown. I go on GO train. You just see a pregnant woman and on the GO train, and everybody's sitting down. Like, I said this all the time. Racism is not our problem. It's love. It's the lack of love. It's the lack of love. Because if that was your sister, your mother, or something, you do something. So you have the capability to love. You have the capability to honor. You have the capability to do all this. But we struggle with it because sometimes we are not comfortable, sometimes we are angry, sometimes we allow our issues to take over us. So, as we continue this journey of honor those especially that one are, like you can tell, they are with the age. We added the age of those we are honoring today is about 1,000 years. 1,000 years are sitting right here. That's 1,000 years of wisdom, of knowledge, of pain, of sacrifice. So we are going to move right into it. So without further ado, before we bring the first batch of awardees up, there are a group of people that are here today. And if I call your name, I need you to come on the stage and stand behind me. Alithea O'Hara Stevenson, up on stage. Devon Jones, up on stage. Dennis Sharman, up on stage. Evangeline Chima, up on stage. Henry Luyombia, Kabu Nene Asante, Leonie Tichat, Moy Fong, Ungozi Gertrude Ugo, Orlando Bowen. Orlando is not here, he's in the States doing something, but the parents are here, and he wants the mother to stand in his stead. Okay, thank you so much, Mama. Osita Owajiofo, Ruth Ihama, Svetlana Ratnikova, Adejisola Ajiba, Warren Salmon. Put your hands together for these fine people. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. So quickly, because of the people we've been choosing for the Nation Builders Award, we realize that there are a group of people that are doing community work that it may take them some time or sometimes a good number of years to get to being a nation builder. Listen to this so you know the category you fall in. If you are concerned about your house, you are your house builder award. If you are concerned about your organization, you are your organization builder award. But if you are concerned about your community, then you are a community builder, community developer. These people, for the last couple of years, have been striving. Is that true? Yes. They have been working hard. Yes. They have had sleepless nights. Yes. People have disappointed them. Some of them have gone broke financially. He said seriously. This is what I say. Some of them are saying, can we raise funds? What other thing haven't I said? Just one word. Okay, one word each. Let's go. I want people to know what it takes to be concerned about your community. It was Martin Luther King who said, until you can rise above your individualistic concern to a broader concern of humanity, you are not fit to live. If you are not concerned about your community. But let me help you understand what it means to be concerned about community. One pain. Go ahead.
Sleepless nights.
Okay, good.
Systemic racism.
Adversity.
Endured a lot of insults.
Resilience.
Stress.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need courage.
Emotional despair.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Tenacity is critical.
Lived experience.
Thank you.
They are all on LinkedIn. Connect with one and say, you know what, I researched you and I appreciate what you're doing and I would love to hear more and see how I can support you. Kabu Nene Asante, African Canadian Development Council. Come on, Kabu.
I do.
Ade Jisola BH Atiba, African Caribbean Council of Horton. Come on, somebody, come on. Ungozi Gertrude Ugo, Nigerian Canadian newspaper. All right, this one is for Leonie Teacher. Come on. Alithia O'Hara Stevenson. Come on. All right, Orlando Bowen, one voice, one team. One voice, one team. When she came to me, she said she's Orlando's mom. I'm like, you look so young to be Orlando's mom. For Warren Salmon, I don't think he's here. He has a special guest visiting from the US. Evangeline Chima, come on. Okay, Ruth Niamin, come on. All right, next. I think we're done this month. Osita Owanjiofo, come on. Yes. Yeah. Henry Kadulu Yombia. All right, Dennis Shama. Thank you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Devon Jones.
Women in business.
So, more fun. Come on. Tamara Stills flew here from PEI to be in this event. Absolutely, absolutely. And she's the head of Black Culture Society, the most predominant black organization across that region. All right? So the first award, who's that? Who's that first award for?
The Honorable Greg Fergus.
Come on, the Honorable Greg Fergus. Put on your hands, come on.
On October 3, 2023, the Honorable Greg Fergus was elected as Speaker of the House of Commons. He He has represented Hull, Aylmer in Parliament since October 2015. At the time of his election, he served as Parliamentary Secretary to the President of the Treasury Board and the Minister of Health. Throughout his tenure, Mr. Fergus has held various roles, including Parliamentary Secretary to the Prime Minister and co-chair of the Parliamentary Black Caucus for 6 years. He holds a Bachelor of Social Sciences from the University of Ottawa and a Bachelor of International Relations from Carleton University, with further graduate studies in international relations.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't stay with you for the evening, but it was truly a pleasure to join you this afternoon for a fireside chat that I hope you found enriching. To Alex and the whole team of the Canadian Congress, congratulations on delivering this impressive leadership summit and tonight's gala. It's thanks to organizations like yours that we continue to build up our community and the next generation of Black leaders in Canada. I'm so honored and grateful to receive the Canadian Congress Nation Builders Award for Inclusive Government and Politics as part of this year's event. It's especially humbling to follow in the footsteps of last year's recipient, Senator Bernadette Clément. Senator Clément's work for inclusion, both at the municipal and federal levels, is an example for all of us to follow. Her efforts to create more inclusive governments and communities is what nation building is all about. We must never stop making Canada and Canadian politics more inclusive, more representative, and more democratic. So many of the leaders you have honored in the past, and my fellow nominees from this year, know how hard it is to break down barriers. They know that being the first is, as great as it is also tough. It's an accomplishment that can come with intense scrutiny and very high expectations. You know, when I ran to become elected Speaker of the House of Commons, I didn't run on trying to break a glass ceiling. Being the first Black Speaker wasn't part of the campaign. But since that moment, I've met so many people who tell me how big that moment was for them. They tell me how proud they are to show their children that Parliament is a place where everyone belongs and where everyone can lead. You know, there was a time not so long ago when people said you had to be a lawyer or you had to be a man or you had to come from a certain ethnic group to serve in politics. But that's not true anymore. You can bring yourself and your ideas, your passion and your hard work and become a city councillor, a mayor, a member of parliament, a speaker, and even, perhaps one day, a prime minister. It's when different people bring their own experiences, knowledge, and skills that you get things to change. Because you cannot have innovation without having inclusion and diversity. So for those of us who have been the first, and I know there are many of you in this room, let's remember that what really matters is not so much to be the first, but not to be the last. Thank you. Thank you once more for this award, and thank you for all you do to make Canada a better and more inclusive country.
And the next award recipient is for law and justice. Remember, nation builders, they go beyond their work, go beyond their life, and they are concerned about the next generation. And the next awardee is Honorable Justice Donald McLeod.
The Honorable Justice Donald F. McLeod is a founding partner of the McLeod Group, barristers and solicitors, and an accomplished litigator with a strong focus on community and social justice. He has received several prestigious awards, including the Lincoln Alexander Award from Osgoode Hall Law School and the Visionary Award at the Afro Global Excellence Awards. On September 18, 2013, Justice McLeod was appointed to the Ontario Court of Justice, becoming the first Black judge to graduate from Queen's University. He remains actively engaged in the community, serving as co-chair of 100 Strong, a non-profit aimed at advancing African Canadian young men in urban areas. In 2016, Justice McLeod founded the Federation of Black Canadians, FBC, and chaired its steering committee.
Firstly, I'd like to thank my family. You know, you can't do something like this all by yourself. And so my immediate family, my wife and my son, have done much to make sure that I'm able to be out in the community. And so my extended family, my mother, my sister, and then a host of other family members and friends that have become family. I think the reality is that we don't do something like this without the sacrifice of those that have come either before us or standing right there beside us. And so I want to say thank you to them first and foremost. I'll also thank those in the community that have reached out, have prayed for me, have thought about me, have helped, have been able to, you know, be right there beside us when we've been right in the trenches doing the work that we've done. And I wanted to say thank you to you as well. Being a person that grew up in the way that I had, in the neighborhoods that I've lived in social housing for all of the years that we lived there, we realized that there were those on the outside that actually decided to sacrifice their own time to make sure that those of us who needed the help could get the help. And I can tell you, as one of those individuals who needed that help, I'm more than grateful to be able to stand here or sit here today in your presence and say thank you and let you know that that is my why. And so I'd like to thank Nation Builders personally. The idea that Nation Builders has decided that they will do something that's not just for us that are here, but that it should point our gaze not just to those that are beside us, but also those that are in provinces across this country. I'd like to say thank you for us, and then maybe always remember that even though we're winning something, in actuality, it just means that we should be doing more. So let's not just walk away with trophies and accolades and awards, but maybe realize that it means that the work must continue.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing today? That's awesome. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Moi Fung, and I have the absolute privilege of co-hosting with this gentleman, Alex Ihama. So we're introducing the next Nation Builder Award to Diana Ali D'Souza.
Diana Ali D'Souza has dedicated her life to supporting underrepresented and marginalized youth globally, with a strong focus on social responsibility. Her commitment to politics began in her youth across Mumbai, London, Guyana, and Canada, where she has worked for over 40 years to enhance access to education and job opportunities, especially for girls and women. She served as a governor at the University of Toronto for 6 years and has been active in municipal and provincial politics in Ontario, advocating for visionary leaders with integrity. Diana has received numerous accolades, including the Order of Ontario and the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal. She has held various roles at the University of Toronto's Faculty of Medicine, contributing to programs that assist marginalized populations. She founded over 21 outreach initiatives and organized global benefit concerts, raising funds for destitute children. Her work has left a lasting impact on the greater Toronto community and beyond.
I am absolutely humbled and honored to receive the most prestigious Nation Builders Award. Thank you so much, Alex Ihama, for selecting me as the Nation Builder for Youth Empowerment. I am profoundly touched to be standing alongside the legends and powerful trailblazers who have done immense work and who have been a voice of concern and hope for this great country. If it wasn't for my parents who sent me off from Mumbai to London, to Guyana, to Canada, where I have lived for 50 years, with a lens of respecting and treating others with dignity, I wouldn't be who I am today. I thank the medical school also, who have provided me with a dream, a vision, with the founders and students and mentors, the associate deans, to do something and cementing blocks of change by supporting elementary, middle, high school students and providing them with the model of tutoring and mentoring programs and being a beacon of transformational hope for every child. Before I retired from medical school, 1,200 students graduated from the summer mentorship program. Today they are physicians, lawyers, educators, and business gurus. I stand as one. but I am the hope from 10,000 before me. I thank my ancestors, my family, my children, and every human who has touched my life. Thank you. Miigwech. Namaste.
Come on, you can do better than that. Come on, come on. Dr. Anabanajin, are you here? Yeah, quickly, come up. We give the awardees the opportunity to have somebody, a close person, present the award to them. Come on.
Dr. Banerjee is one of my medical students who is now one of the most profound leaders in the country. You see her on TV all the time on COVID, and her entire work is on the indigenous population. She is my Shiro.
So the next award is for community development, and it goes to Dr. Winston LaRose.
Dr. Winston LaRose served as Executive Director of the Jane and Finch Concerned Citizens Organization for 20 years, advocating on issues from police brutality to youth job training. A champion of the Black community, he supported entrepreneurs, educational reform, and led 20 community initiatives. His work is featured in the CBC documentary Mr. Jane and Finch, highlighting his 2018 City Council campaign. LaRose, a retired mental health counselor and registered nurse, operated Fairview Counseling in Burlington. He received a Doctor of Laws from the University of Toronto in 2023, Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal, Bob Marley Lifetime Achievement Award, and the 2023 Afro Global Television Lifetime Achievement Award.
It's always a great moment in one's life when one is honored and recognized by community members, particularly if they have significant status in the community. And this is how I see Mr. Alex Ihama and his organization, the Congress. And he's been doing this for such a long time. He's a man of great eloquence himself. And eloquence, I've always admired him and how he conducted himself, great orator. And for him to select me for this Nation Buildings Award is one that I shall always treasure with an immense sense of appreciation. And I thank you so much, Alex Ihama, and I wish the Congress and the Nation Building Awards that you have afforded the opportunity for a number of people to benefit in terms of a reward for the work that they've contributed to society or community. I thank you. And I shall always hold this in the highest of esteem. Truly appreciate it. Again, thank you so much on this remarkable day in the year 2024.
Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. All right, please.
And I rise high like the waves are rising, in spite of the ache arising, and now do it 1,000 times again. And for you, for you,
I take my legs, shake, I hesitate. I overcome, face the unknown, no time to wait. From the clouds to the stars, I paint my own fate. Fear's just an illusion, it's time to elevate. Shed the weight, break free. Only thing holding me down is me. When I can see, but I can't see what I can't see. clearly the enemy without is in me. With bated breath, I take a step past the limits. It's the litmus, let me be. Hearts racing, minds pacing. 1,000 thoughts I'm contemplating. Won't let my fear control my fate. Gotta spread my wings, cause it's never too late. Let's go.
I rise like today. I rise up. I rise unafraid. I rise up. And I'll do it 1,000 times for you. For you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other, and for that we have each other. We will rise, we will rise, we will high like the day, I rise up. In spite of the ache, I rise up 1,000 times again. I rise up, in spite of the ache, I rise up 1,000 times again.
A very small man can cast a very large shadow.
Listen, I'm the future of rap. Future vision of our resilience, and it's hideous. The intention is villainous. Shrouded in my brilliance, but I've always been intelligent. My intelligence, far beyond an intellect, as I collect the pieces from the past and put it into the present. Unraveling a generation that's need to repent. Inoculating our communities with all of the violence I tried so many times to forgive y'all. Y'all live looking funny. Call it a sitcom, cause I sit on your rappers since I was born. Fire the horns, cause I'm an anthem. And leave the game here with all the negativity shown. And I sworn when I'm gone, I live on in my songs. From the night to the morn, if I die, I'll be mourned. No doubt, when I talk, I speak the future. Money, peace, laughter, improvement, dedication to my movement. Keep moving, lead the future my way, and you know what's up. So step into the future that I make, if you had enough. I lead the future my way, and you know what's up. So step into the future that I make, if you had enough.
In the shadows, I find my legacy. They say the game is sick, I got the remedy. I own my path, I own my fight, and in the dark, I find my light, yeah.
In this direction, we directed the next generation, infecting the population, dissecting our culture as a nation. Just saying, if you slain the peace, karma ends up and leave your ass on the streets. Mentally and physically, I lead the game right into symphony. Got that radio on me, synthetically showing brilliancy through frequency. Frequently, they pickpocket the pockets of our communities. Why can't we just rise in unity? I can't just make a song without facing impunity. If you could just see my dreams, everyone would have opportunity. Musically, I embody beauty. I lead the game the proper way. Though many can't say the same. Yeah, I lead the future my way, and you know what's up. Yeah. So step into the future that I make, if you had enough.
If you had enough,
I lead the future my way, yeah, you know what's up.
yeah, you know.
So step into the future that I make, if you had enough. Listen, you had enough.
In the shadows, I find my legacy. They say the game is sick, I got the remedy. I own my path, I own my fight, and in the dark, I'll find my light, yeah.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have a good night. Thank you, guys. Peace.
But you playing this thing, that's how you love us, how you never put nothing above us. Like the birds and the bees and the trees and the fleas. Man, you really gave us all the keys overseas of a land and disease. Who would want to give up all your power overseas? I'ma give up everything you gave me overseas. Daddy, please, I'm not falling for the breeze. I can see nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else will do. I just want. I just want. I just want. I just want. I just want you. Nothing else will do. I just want you. I just want. I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. I just want you. Nothing else. Nothing else. I just want you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much.
Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me when my trust is without borders, and me walk upon the waters wherever you call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves and oceans rise. Soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine. Oh,
Who enjoyed the food? Give a hand or a round of applause for Hilton Hotel. Come on. Now, did you find it weird to have fried plantain in that food? Did you have fried plantain on yours? Who's ever eaten fried plantain in Hilton before? No, answer me. I want to have a dialogue here. Have you ever had fried plantain in Hilton? All right, let me tell you the story. When we had this event last year, we asked for the food to have diversity. I love my, pure Canadian meal. But I also know that there were people who were going to be here from Africa, from Caribbean, from China. So they promised that they will. Unfortunately, they didn't. But I took it personally. I wrote a 5-page letter to the head of Hilton. And I said, I want to see the food reflect diversity. So diversity is not just people, but the food as well, and even the music as well, right? You go to Walmart and it's just playing the same kind of music. Meanwhile, 80% of the employees in Walmart, they're from Africa or from Caribbean. Give them some Bob Marley in Walmart. It's just because I can't fight all the cases. That is a case I will take on. Because there are many organizations that are taking the piece, they are taking the advantage of immigrants, they are taking the advantage of minoritized people, right? So I go after them as I find them. Because Hilton Hotel, you have black people, you have different people, they should be able to request. If your cook can't make it, then they work with your cook. But I'm happy to say that the general manager, her name is Natasha, I don't recall the last name, but Natasha, she told us and says, you have a point, and we are going to do it. And this year, they gave us fried plantain. Come on, give a round of applause to Hilton Hotel. We don't deny people the opportunity for them to be inspired by you. So with that said, there are two of our nominees or awardees who are not here today because of illnesses. One is Senator Murray Sinclair. And I'm going to ask us to take a moment of silence, not that they've passed away or anything, but this moment of silence is for the children, the indigenous children that never came back home. This moment of silence I'm asking you to take is for this residential school survivors, the ones that are still alive, but they still cry. They are still traumatized over this. And one of them is Senator Mary Jane McCallum. She was the recipient of the Nation Builders Award for Unity and Harmony. I've sat with her many times. We talk. And she still cries over this. Like, I'm not breaching any confidentiality because she's done it on my stage. It is painful. And there is the current premier of Manitoba is the first indigenous premier in Canada. Who knows his name? Shout his name if you do. Wahab Kinu, thank you. I've had the opportunity to interact with him as well. Here's the story Wahab Kinu told me that will inspire you. Just give me a moment of your time. He said that when I was a kid, I'm quoting him, I have a video of it. He said when I was a kid, my dad would keep quiet, he won't play with us, he won't interact with us, so we didn't like him. Anybody have a dad like that? Right? So, but he said as he grew up, he was wondering, why is this man closed? He said one day, listen to this. I said this in the seminar this morning, and I broke down crying. That's how powerful this story is. I'm taking a deep breath so I can manage the emotion. The reason why that hits home for me, I had the same father. My dad would beat me up 3 times a day. Literally. I have broken fingers from him. Beat my mom and drag her. The first naked woman I saw was my mom. Clothes off the body. We did not understand why he was like that. So when Wahab Kinu, I never even told him this, when he was telling me his story, he was speaking to my heart. Here's what he said. He said, one day, can somebody say one day? He said, one day, my dad told us a story. He called the children. Maybe he knew he was going to pass away. I don't know that part. He said, and he basically apologized. I'm just trying to shorten the story. Basically apologized. And he said, there's a part of me you don't know about. And you may be sitting with a spouse today, a friend, a colleague, an employee, a staff, a boss. There's always a part of somebody you know nothing about. That, if you can put that in your brain, in your mentality, you'll be inclusive, you'll be equitable, you will hate racism. Like, you don't need to go to all this workshop we do. Come on, Alex, come on, give us a slam dunk on racism. I'm tired. I'm tired to come to your organization to speak about racism. Can we come and talk about love? Can we come and talk about harmony? Can we come and talk about unity? Wahab said, the father said, a group of us were taken from our home and we were taken into the residential school. And he said, the father said, one day in school, he's like, where's my friend Kevin? They said, oh, Kevin was sent home. The next day, where's my friend Andrew? I'm just making up the names, by the way. Andrew was sent home. Where's my friend Paul? Paul was sent home. They say a few weeks down the road, they found them buried in shallow grave in the schoolyard. He said since that time, he stopped talking. He stopped talking. I tried to kill myself many times. My brother tried and he died. Killed himself because of what was told to him. Not what was even done to him, what was told to him. You Nikompu, I was told. Non-entity. A teacher looked at me and spat. I don't know why your parents is sending you to school. You have no future here. I'm not a fan of conventional education. I know my friends from Tyndale University are here and people from George Brown and Ryerson and Diversity Institute and all that. I love you all. I'm just not a fan of it. Until the teachers are trained to love, until the teachers are trained to be conscious. Forget racism. Just trained to love. There are kids going to your school right now, their dad will sexually abuse them before they go to school. And you are concerned about the maths or English or physics they didn't do. I was one of those kids. Hated going home, but I have to. Hated going to school, but I have to. So, thank you, Wahab. Maybe I should send him an email. I've never really told him how his story impacted me. But every time I say this story, it brings tears to my eyes. That we live in a world where people can look at you and hate you because of the color of your skin. Now, I've been to XMAT with my kids. We go into this place and we overwork. Some black people will know what I'm saying, or some minoritized people. It's a lot of emotional effort you just want to conform. So I go into this XMAT and I see everybody's white, literally in Collingwood. We were staying there for the weekend. So I said, hi, hello, hi. Do you know why I do that? So they know I'm here. It sounds funny. Hold on. It's not. Because even that doesn't give them the attention they want. And I go, where are you from? Oh, Mississauga. Oh, okay, me, I'm from this, and we talk. And then, okay, table is up, family go. Table is up, family go. Table is up, they skip me and my family and pick the next white family right over me. And I said, excuse me, I was here first. I was looking for support from the white family they just picked. They turned their eyes around. And I said, manager, like I said hello to you. You remember? He said, oh, okay, I'm sorry for that. He said, there's a table up for you. And he told them, take them to that table. As we were walking, I saw toilet. There was a table right by the toilet. And I said to him, I said, manager, you are trying to send me and my family to the back of the bus. And he took 2 steps back. He said, sir, I'm going to ask you to leave this place or I call the police. XMAT, Collingwood. I said, sir, you don't even have to call the police, but we'll leave anyway. As we were heading towards the door, my little boy Noah says, Daddy. I said, Noah, I managed my anger. I didn't want to pour it on him. I said, Noah, I'll take you to any restaurant in this town, but it's just not here. They don't want us here. But Daddy, I said, Noah, as we were leaving the door, there was another fine white family. I love white people, so this is not a white or black thing. They had no business in this conversation. The man said, get the hell out of here and stop playing the race card. And so we left. Of course, I wrote an email to the head of XMAT. Nothing came out, but it's just what it is. What's my point? The issue is not racism, it's the heart. The issue of racism is in the heart. I appreciate all of you here that have come to this event with your heart. not just with your outfit, but with your heart, right? And the people we are awarding today is because they do what they do with their heart, not just with their head. It's good to use the head, but we should recognize the heart. So with that said, I'm going to ask that we take that moment of silence for those kids, for Wahab's dad, for Senator McCallum's, for her and her friends, for all these people, thousands of kids, and for those who still have been killed, shot by the police or one way, shape, or form, people with mental health issue who called 911 and they ended up being shot. And this is not an American story. This is a Canadian story. We are very quick to point the finger out there. My mom will often say, when you point the finger, be careful because 3 fingers are pointing at you. One moment of silence, and my friend, you roll the video with Senator, Senator Murray Sinclair. One moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Senator Murray Sinclair joined the Senate in April 2016 after a 37-year career as a lawyer, judge, and legal educator, which included serving as chair of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada. Known for his public speaking skills, he champions justice for Indigenous peoples and reconciliation efforts in Canada, addressing the impact of 150 years of colonialism. In addition to his advocacy work, Senator Sinclair serves as a mediator and consultant on legal history, Indigenous cultures, and public policy. He has received 14 honorary degrees, along with National Justice and Lifetime Achievement Awards from the Inspire Awards, as well as international recognition for his contributions to human rights and justice.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so the next Nation Builder Awards is for the Honorable Michelle Jean.
Her Excellency the Right Honourable Michelle Jean is Canada's 27th Governor-General and former Commander-in-Chief. In 2010, she became UNESCO Special Envoy to support Haiti's reconstruction. She served as Chancellor of the University of Ottawa and was the first woman to become Secretary General of La Francophonie, chairing the 15th Summit of Heads of State. As a seasoned diplomat, she has represented Canada in numerous international forums, including the UN, EU, and African Union. From 1988 to 2005, the Right Honourable Michelle Jean had an outstanding career as a journalist, presenter, and news anchor on Canadian public television. She co-founded the Michelle Jean Foundation, which empowers marginalized youth through arts and culture.
Absolutely. Come on, round of applause. Okay, so moving to the ones we have in our midst and in our presence. Moy, who's next?
Education and Academia, Dr. Gervin Ferron. If you can just stand, please.
Dr. Gervin Ferron is the president of George Brown College, where he utilizes his expertise as an economist and educator to promote transformative educational initiatives. Renowned for inspiring teams, he enhances career-focused programs, applied research, and community development. With a strong background in higher education leadership, Dr. Ferron previously served as president and vice-chancellor at Brock University and Brandon University, where he was also provost and vice-president, academic. He held roles as dean at Toronto Metropolitan University and associate dean at York University. An advocate for social and economic mobility through education, he chairs the External Reference Group for the federal government's Supporting Black Canadian Communities initiative and sits on the boards of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce and Niagara Health, and has received numerous accolades, including the Order of Ontario and Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Medals.
Thank you to the Canadian Congress for this incredible recognition and honor. The Transformational Leadership Award in Education and Academia speaks to my passion as an economist, scholar, and educator over the decades. I have devoted my career to improving social and economic mobility and opportunities through education, excellence, and accessibility. Through my work in Canada and internationally, I have seen firsthand how education and training truly holds the key to unlocking the potential for individuals and communities. Knowledge and skill-based jobs, along with educational credentials, are more in demand than ever before. Whether it is developing skills in construction or accounting, an individual can shape their future and improve their circumstances and possibilities through education. I'm proud to see George Brown College amongst Canada's institutions that are contributing to the nation's growth, both today and tomorrow. Further, we have established a Black Students Hub and an International Students Hub, and so much more. These are just some examples of our diversity and inclusion initiatives. They speak to our belief that diversity is a fact within Canada. One only must look at our demographics in Toronto and indeed across the country. Inclusion comes from our joint action and shared values. So as I accept this award, please know that it is shared by all my esteemed colleagues at George Brown College and all the other organizations that I work with. Thank you to the Canadian Congress for this award.
Absolutely. There's just hold it as a presenter. Later.
Okay, so we're moving on to business excellence. Harriet Thornhill.
Harriet Thornhill is the Chancellor of Tyndall University, and prior to retiring in 2022, she held senior leadership roles at RBC, including Vice President of the RBC Contact Center and Head of Personal Banking for RBC Caribbean. Throughout her distinguished career, she has coached and mentored many individuals to help them reach their full potential. Passionate about youth development, Harriet was involved in mentorship programs such as Outside Looking In and the Cultivate Group. Harriet has served on multiple boards, including the Charity Trust Leadership Cabinet and the BBPA National Scholarship Fund. She holds an MBA from Athabasca University and is a graduate of the Director's Education Program at the Rotman School of Management. She has received numerous awards, including being named one of the 100 most influential Black Canadians in 2022.
I am honored and grateful to be selected as one of the Nation Builder Award recipients for business excellence. Congratulations to my esteemed fellow awardees. Special thanks to Alex Ihama and the Canadian Congress on Inclusive Diversity and Workplace Equity. I commend you for your vision and leading with purpose and impact. I also want to thank my family, some of them with me this evening, for their ongoing, unwavering support. Anything I have achieved or accomplished in my life, I give thanks first and foremost to God. My hope is that younger generations will see the art of the possible in people that either look like them or that they can relate to. And that, combined with their intentional actions, they will gain the boost of confidence, faith, and optimism to go farther with even greater impact. As I reflected on what it means to be a nation builder, I don't think it's a singular depiction. However, in its simplest form, I would say it's about leaving places and people better than you found them. It was well said by Sir Robert Baden-Powell, the founder of Boy Scouts, who told the Scouts to try to leave this world a little better than you found it. This sentiment and purpose is further reinforced by our very own Alex. He said, "Our role is not merely to exist, but to shine brightly, illuminating the path for others." In closing, I just want to take a minute to encourage the many people inside and outside of this room tonight who are incredible change agents, bridge builders, and torch bearers for a better future. We need you to stay the course. Thank you for all that you do.
So moving on, we have the Social Justice Rising Star Nation Builder Awards going to Nicholas Marcus Thompson.
Nicholas Marcus Thompson is an award-winning human rights advocate and nonprofit executive recognized for his diplomacy and data-driven approach to combating systemic discrimination in Canada. As president of the Union of Taxation Employees Toronto North, he represents workers at the Canada Revenue Agency and has held various elected roles in Canada's labour movement. In 2020, he mobilized federal public service workers to file a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit against the federal government for discrimination against Black employees. In 2021, he became executive director of the Black Class Action Secretariat, and in 2024, he was appointed president and CEO. Thompson's advocacy has led to significant policy changes, earning him accolades such as the Bob Marley Humanitarian Award and the Bromley Lloyd Armstrong Award from the Toronto and York Regional Labour Council. He holds a degree in Labour Studies from the Labour College of Canada.
I am profoundly honored and humbled to be the recipient of this year's Nation Builders Award for Social Justice. This recognition is not mine alone. It belongs to every person who has stood alongside me, believed in this mission, and fought for a fairer, more just society for all Canadians. But first and foremost, I must give thanks to God, who has guided my steps, provided me with the strength, and opened doors that at times seemed impossible to unblock. To my family, I want to express my deep gratitude to you for the sacrifices that you've made, for your understanding and for your support. I remember calling on many workers to join the fight, but most were too damaged from the trauma that they'd endured. That's why I'm really grateful to the 12 individuals from across the public service that stood with me. Some of them are here tonight, so I want to acknowledge them. Elaine, Bernadette, Kathy, Michelle, Wagner, Stuart, Marcia, Monica, Carol, Dwayne, Daniel, and Jennifer. You answered a call that many could not. I want to also express my deepest thanks to our incredible legal counsel led by Courtney Betty, Hugh Scher, Glenn Hotz, and Mayor Mackey for taking on a case that many lawyers wouldn't, because you believed in justice and fairness. To the Black Class Action Secretariat Board of Directors, our advisory board, volunteers, as well as the thousands of workers that we represent, and Canada's labour movement who joined us, thank you for supporting my vision, for trusting me with this service. Finally, I'd like to thank the Canadian Congress on Diversity and Inclusion for this incredible honor. Alex Ihama, thank you. You've continued year after year in ensuring that we have a platform to be celebrated and recognized. I am reminded of the words of Nelson Mandela, who said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." So let us continue to believe in the impossible, to fight for what is right, and to build a world where equality, justice, and fairness are not just aspirations, but realities for every single person. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Put your hands together again. Come on, for the Thompsons.
Arts and Entertainment, Patricia Bibia.
Trouble. This stupid talking.
Swimming?
drowning or sailing?
I think he has mental illness.
I have what they called developmental delays.
He's not my son. He's a bastard!
I feel like I'm about to lose everything, and I'm so helpless.
Rise and rise again, till the lambs become lions!
Business people act on logical facts.
I really want to thank you for helping Leo find me. You saved my life.
It's not that bad. Jason Richardson?
Talk. Please. Jerry!
This is a child who was rejected by his own father.
No goodbye hug?
Remember, keep sailing always.
Patricia Bebia is the president and CEO of Diamond Plus Media, as well as the executive vice president and co-owner of Afro Global Television, a 24-hour television channel currently available on Rogers Cable, Bell 5, Eastlink, and TELUS across Canada. Host of Planet Africa, she has directed and produced over 15 television programs, including Standing Ovation. Patricia is the writer and director of the drama series Omobella Palace. In 2024, Patricia released her feature film, The Life Coach, to international acclaim and won the Audience Choice Award at CTFF. She is the associate publisher of Excellence, Envision, and Destiny magazines. Patricia has been featured on CNN International in a half-hour special. She co-authored the 150 Extraordinary Canadians Legacy book. She is a recipient of numerous awards, including the BPPA Harry Jerome Award for Media and the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal. She co-founded the Crossover Mentorship Program, a youth empowerment initiative. Patricia served as chair of the Real World Foundation and was appointed to the advisory board of Trebas Institute, part of the Global University System.
I am truly humbled to receive a Nation Builder Award for Media, Arts and Entertainment. This recognition is not just for me, but for every individual who has inspired and supported my journey, from my family and colleagues to all those who have believed in the power of diverse voices in the media. As a storyteller, my mission has always been to create platforms that amplify underrepresented voices and share stories that empower, inspire, and bring communities together. This award underscores the significance of our work and motivates me to persist in pushing boundaries and creating opportunities for our stories to be told. I dedicate this award to every young person out there who dreams of using their voice to make a difference. Remember, your story matters and you have the power to change the world with it. Thank you once again for this meaningful recognition. Let's continue to work together to create a nation that values and hears every voice. Thank you, Canadian Congress, for this honor, and I wish everyone a wonderful evening.
That movie that you saw, The Life Coach, who's seen The Life Coach, by the way? Yeah, that movie is going to be in Cineplex. That is a black African woman doing a movie that is going to be in Cineplex across the nation. Absolutely. Congratulations, Patricia. Long time coming. You've definitely worked hard for that. All right.
Yes. And the next Global Humanitarian Award goes to Kamala Jean Gopi.
Kamala Jean Gopi, born in Jamaica to Indian ancestors, moved to Canada in 1963. She is a retired education officer from Ontario's Ministry of Education and has served on the Immigration and Refugee Board as well as an Ontario Human Rights Commissioner. A dedicated community advocate, Kamala has held leadership roles as president of the Jamaican Canadian Association, chair of the Urban Alliance on Race Relations, and vice chair of the United Way of Toronto. She co-founded the Black Business and Professional Association and chaired the Harry Jerome Scholarship Fund. Honored with the Order of Ontario, Queen Elizabeth Golden, and Diamond Jubilee Medals, she holds a BA and Master of Education from the University of Toronto, which offers a scholarship in her name. An underprivileged Malawian young man in Cape Town, South Africa, led her to work with People Bridge to build a school, water borehole and others in the village of Malosa in Malawi. The school was named after her. It became a relief center after Cyclone Ida.
This award is particularly special because of the name and focus: global, humanitarian, and leadership. It is recognition of the value of my work in Africa to support the education of hundreds of young people from preschool to post-secondary levels. The work began as a small humanitarian endeavor. The growth and development over the past 7 years is a testament to vision and leadership on my part. So, thank you, Canadian Congress. This serves as inspiration and motivation, as well as proof that one person can make a difference. I met a young man in a market in Cape Town and took a chance on helping him to achieve his dream of getting an education. I want to thank my many friends who believed in and supported me in this venture, so that today the quality of life has improved significantly for the residents of a village in Malawi. I do this work not for reward or recognition, but because I truly believe in the saying, you make a living by what you earn, you make a life by what you give. Again, thank you very much, Canadian Congress, for bestowing this honor on me.
So the Nation Builder Award for Sports and Athleticism, Rowan Barrett.
Rowan Barrett is the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Canada Basketball's national men's team, following an illustrious career as one of Canada's top international basketball players. A retired professional athlete, he competed in NCAA Division I basketball from 1992 to 1996. Barrett represented Canada internationally from 1991 to 2008, participating in 6 continents and earning accolades at the 1998 FIBA World Championship, the 2000 Summer Olympics, and multiple FIBA AmeriCup tournaments. He is a member of the Century Club for playing 115 games for Canada and captained the Olympic team in Sydney in 2000. He also accompanied former Prime Minister Jean Chrétien to Russia in a bid to host the 2008 Olympics. After retiring from playing, Rowan contributed to basketball development in Canada, providing analysis for media outlets like Raptor TV and CBC. With an MBA and experience in various sectors including law, finance, and entertainment, he joined Canada Basketball as Director of Youth Development in 2010. He quickly rose to manage youth teams, leading Canada to its first World Championship at the 2017 U19 World Cup. Promoted to General Manager in 2019, he has pioneered several initiatives, including the Junior Academy program and innovations in team strategy and analytics. Rowan is also dedicated to community support and charity work across the Greater Toronto Area.
First, I'd like to thank Alex Ihama and the Canadian Congress for selecting me for this prestigious Nation Builders Award for inclusive sport and athletics. I'm humbled to receive this award alongside other distinguished honorees, as I am aware of some of the tremendous work that the Congress has done and the impact it is making across Canada as well as internationally. As a city champion, national champion, and world champion, I understand well that diversity and inclusion should be synonymous with excellence. Participating and working in sport in Canada and across all the continents has clearly shown me over time that all the things required to be successful do not have a race, gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic class, or any other area that can serve to divide us as people. Equity, diversity, and inclusion are important to me and have been a very large part of my life's work as I seek to positively impact the masses today and for the generations that will follow me. These are not simply words to be added to a slide or words added to a corporation's policies or procedures, but are to be actions lived daily as part of the fabric of our lives and our work. I am fortunate to work internationally on behalf of my country in sport and with an organization that shares my values and consistently takes significant and aggressive steps in and towards equity, diversity, and inclusion daily. While I am the one here receiving the award, there are many working on the front lines and behind the scenes at Canada Basketball to make the game of basketball in Canada a diverse and inclusive as well as equitable space. Once again, thank you to the Canadian Congress.
Thank you.
First, I have to thank God, who strengthens me. I want to thank my loving wife of 25 years. You talk about ride or die through any and everything, through living in all the continents. She's with me. I want to thank my mother. I don't know that a better mother's been born. I want to thank my friends, I want to thank my family, and I want to thank my church family. Thank you very much for your guidance, your love, and your support, helping me as I try to impact many, many other people. Thank you.
All right, roll it. Lifetime Achievement Award going to Senator Wanda Thomas Bernard.
The Honourable Senator Wanda Thomas Bernard is the first African Nova Scotian woman to be appointed to the Senate of Canada, representing the province of Nova Scotia. She was awarded the Order of Canada in 2005 and the Order of Nova Scotia in 2014. Senator Bernard served as a professor at the Dalhousie School of Social Work, where she held the position of director for 10 years. During her time at Dalhousie, she developed a curriculum for the Afrocentric Social Work course. Senator Bernard was honored with the Frank McKenna Award for Leadership and Public Policy in 2021. She has continued to pursue social and racial justice issues in the Senate of Canada. She sits on the Senate Standing Committee on Human Rights and the Senate Standing Committee on Social Affairs, Science and Technology. Senator Bernard has been named one of the 100 most influential Black Canadians.
Good evening. I want to express my deep gratitude to the Canadian Congress on Inclusive Diversity and Workplace Equity for this Nation Builder Award. It truly is an honor and humbling to receive this award from my community. It signals to me that I can safely pass the torch to the next generation. When I think about the work that I've done on social justice issues over the past 50 years, I know that I have done that work with colleagues. I've done that work with elders, with students, with community members. And I want to thank everyone who's been part of the journey with me, for helping me to lead the change that we wanted to see. I think specifically about the Association of Black Social Workers in Nova Scotia. When I joined with 3 other Black women 45 years ago, we had the audacity to believe that we could make change in social work practice, in social work education, in social policy. And now, 45 years later, as I look back, I realize that that's exactly what we have done. And we've inspired others to do the same. We now have an Association of Black Social Workers in Alberta, there's one in Saskatchewan, and there's one developing in Ontario. It's truly a blessing to see others pick up the torch and continue the fight for our rights, continue the fight for justice. The message that I would give to the next generation is, have the audacity to lead the change that you want to see. And trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Wow, what an amazing, amazing woman we have in our midst. I decided to bring Tamara Stills, who's flew down all the way from PEI, which is your area, to be here. And he also lives in PEI. And from where?
We grew up in the same town, East Preston in Nova Scotia.
Oh, the same town. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. This is one of those things where you say, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This person, maybe there should be a song when we are leading this legend to the stage. Just in case you're wondering who, you're like, who is he talking about? But we're talking about none other than the Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine. Put your hands together. Come on, come on, come on, come on. This is the voice of the lion. This is the strength of an eagle. This is the one upon whose shoulder many are standing on.
Honorable Dr. Jean Augustine made history in 1993 as the first Black woman elected to Canada's Parliament. She served as Parliamentary Secretary to the Prime Minister and became the first Black female federal cabinet minister as Minister of State for Multiculturalism and the Status of Women. Dr. Augustine's efforts established Black History Month in Canada, highlighting the contributions of Black Canadians. Appointed as Ontario's first Fairness Commissioner in 2007, she advocated for immigrants with foreign credentials until 2015. Augustine has received several honorary degrees and awards, including the Order of Canada, Order of Ontario, Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal, and was named one of the 100 most influential Black Canadians by Afro-Global Television. Her legacy is honored through institutions like the Jean Augustine Center for Young Women's Empowerment.
With Mama here, we have the General Counsel of Grenada who's also here. But you know, surprising you is one of the hardest things on this planet. I've tried to surprise you at least 20 times, and you get me out. I was trying to get him here as a surprise, but you already told him to be here. So I mean, you know, but I told you I'm going to get you today. Yeah? All right. I'm going to start reading it and see if you can tell who wrote this for you. Dear Jean, I am honored to offer my words during your recognition with the Nation Builders Legacy Award and to commemorate your exceptional legacy. As the first Black woman, Canadian woman to be elected to the House of Commons, as well as the first Black Canadian woman to be appointed to the federal cabinet, and your many achievements outside Parliament, you are an inspiration and have affected countless lives. Your time in Parliament was made with many remarkable accomplishments. from shepherding legislations to protect disadvantaged low-income individuals, including single mothers raising children, to your advocacy, which led to the national recognition of Black History Month. Through your leadership, your strength, and humility, you broke barriers and created a more just, equitable, and inclusive Canada. Jean, you are a beacon of excellence for communities across Canada, and you continue to inspire others to follow in your footsteps. Jean, the person wrote, you are an incredible role model to me and many others for your selfless service in politics, your work to fight injustice and towards the greater good, and your perseverance through challenges. Therefore, on behalf of all Canadians, I would like to thank you for the great and positive impact that you have made and continue to make. With my recognition for your exceptional and enduring legacy, please accept my best wishes. Signed, Justin Trudeau. We invited him to be here, and they said he can't. I said he should shoot a video. They said they will, but eventually they just couldn't pull it, but they sent me a letter anyway.
Jean, Dr. the Honorable Jean Augustine, represents not just Grenada, not just Canada, not just all of us here who are immigrants, but the best of us. And we commend her, we appreciate her, and we all would emulate her. May God bless you. Congratulations.
Thank you sometimes seems so inadequate to express deep emotion. So thank you, Alex, and your team, and thank you to all those who are standing right now, and I'm not too sure why you're standing, in recognition of this award. All I have to say is something that was said by Desmond Tutu, and before him, I think others. If I stand tall, it's because I'm standing on the shoulders of so many people who have supported me. If I stand tall, it's because I'm standing on the shoulders of so many, and I'm so grateful for having reached the age of 87. That I can look back on all the struggles and all the things that we had to do as we build Canadian society. I've been here 64 years, when we had no Charter of Rights and Freedom, when we had no Landlord and Tenant Act, when we had no Human Rights Code, when we had no school board talking to us about our children, when we had no police community relations. And look at where we are today. Look at the size of our community. Look at what we have accomplished. Look at what we've done. And to come together to recognize each other, to bring us together where we can say hello, when we can smile, when we can do things outside of weddings and funerals, and that we can come and compliment each other and say that this is a work in progress. We're not there yet. The way to diversity and inclusivity and fairness and equity are goals that we all are working towards. And so I thank you. I'm deeply appreciative of community. I love every one of you, and especially the young women who are so beautiful and so gaily decked out tonight. Thank you.
One love,
òtútù òtútù ó wọ̀nyí o má gara sí mi alákọ̀ọ́rí o ohun tó ń ṣe yín kọ́ ló ń ṣe mí o ẹjẹ́ lọ́mọ tẹ́ ń ṣe ànábì novice yépa yépo àṣàmọ̀dì ọ̀gá náà ti fọ́mọ kásábì like a school fee presidency.
I need your loving, so fresh, so clean. Love me in and out, unfeelingly, and I'll be down now. Anytime you call me, I'll be down. I'll be down because I love and I love and I love and I love you only. Because I need and I need and I need and I need you more. Yeah, you know I run and I run and I run and I run. Fly, we can fly in the sky in the night. Hold me in your arms and your love in your light. I'm on your wave right now. I'm on your wave right now. Yeah. I'm on your vibe now. You got me on your side now. Yeah, I'm on your wave right now.
Girl, I promise, oh yeah, I promise to always be there. Even when you mess up, yeah, yeah. Now me go still tell you no vex. I go give you respect, I give my mama. You say make I give you picky, make I give you jolly. Oh, sissy, you're beautiful from head to toe. You're beautiful from head to toe. Baby shark. Baby shark. Baby shark. You got a pretty face, yeah. You got a pretty body, yeah. But then you never gonna allow me touch. You ain't too pretty for me. You ain't too pretty. Girl, I'll give you the word, my love. I'll give you the things you love. I know I drop for you. I know I drop for you. Now me be the beast to your beauty. Give you the key to the new key. I know I drop for you. I know I drop for you.
How you feeling? This is the moment you get to just pause a little bit, move your body, feel free. It's your freestyle here. You ready? Now I want you to bring everything that you got here, okay? Okay. Ready? Okay. Whoa, you got some moves there. Whoa. Freestyle. Oh, show me a move. Come on, come on. Oh, you got it. Fantastic. Wow, kudos to you. Oh, freestyle. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Jerry Hopkin, Consul General of Grenada here in Toronto, and I attended today's event here, Canadian Congress, under the leadership of Alex Ihama, and it was a great experience, and I want to commend the organizers of this event for all that they did here today. Wherever we can recognize the leaders among us, those who lead by example and uplift us as a people, is a good thing. And today we saw the Nation Builders awardees receiving the flowers, you may say, while they're still here with us, not waiting until they have passed. And so I really appreciate that this was done here today. And it was a wide spectrum of individuals across various disciplines. We had politicians, activists, doctors, we had economists, people in academia, the best of the best from our community being recognized here today. And of course, in a very special way, I was here as an invitee of Dr. Honorable Jean Augustine, who we all know as one of the leading trailblazers for immigrants in Canada, not just for Grenada, not just for the Caribbean, but representing all immigrants. She has excelled in politics, in community organizing, and in uplifting our people here in the diaspora here in Canada. So it was my pleasure, and it was an honor to be here, and it was well attended, the gala, but it's part of a bigger activity. There is a special summit on leadership that was held here, and the community really did come out in their numbers, and I'm happy that Afro Global is covering an event such as this one. May God bless you all.
Hi, my name is Donovan Lacroixy. I work for Met Radio 1280 AM. I'm a radio personality. I enjoyed the event today. It was an amazing event in 2024. Guys, keep doing the work you're doing, the Canadian Leadership Summit. It was amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Even as a speaker, I'm short of words to talk about what happened here, not just tonight, but this weekend. This is Canada Leadership Summit and Nation Builders Award 2024. Like 2-3 times more than 2023. We just keep growing. But most importantly, the message keep getting deeper. The people keep getting more unified. And the awardees, I mean, if we add the ages of the awardees, it's over 1,000 years, which means we had 1,000 years worth of wisdom, of pain, of experience, of hurt, of disappointment, of dreams. I believe, like I've always believed this, that the concept of nation building is in your hand. Whether Canada transform or not is in your hand. Whether Jamaica transform or not is in your hand. Nigeria or not is in your hand. Many a time we leave the destiny of our nation in the hands of just a few people. In most cases, the politicians. I love my politicians, but there is nowhere in history politicians have transformed the nation. It is the people that come together to do it. And today, I just want to appreciate the people that came from all over the world to come here to Hilton Toronto Airport Hotel for our 2024 Canada Leadership Summit and Nation Builders Award. What stood out in the crowd this time was stronger unity. What stood out was they came out MRC. They understood the fact that we must all stand together, come together, cry together, pray together, and we must love together. I tell you, I put it to you, in the words of JFK John Fitzgerald Kennedy, ask, my friend, not what your country can do for you, but what for you can do for your country. I believe in my book, The Mystic of Leadership, I define leadership as a spirit, my friend, that can only be ignited by purpose, sustained by passion, and guided by principle. Allow me to thank the sponsors. If I begin to mention them, I will miss some, so for that, I won't even mention them. Allow me to thank our strategic partners. Allow me to thank the awardees who flew down, like the Honorable Senator Wanda Thomas Bernard from Halifax to receive this, and the well wishes we received from Senator Maurice Sinclair, Honorable Michael John, and the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, writing a letter to commemorate this activity and this event. We look forward to seeing you in 2025. The first weekend in October 2025, we are going to have the Canada Leadership Summit and Nation Builders Award for 2025. You can go right now to canadaleadershipsummit.ca and begin to nominate the next awardees for next year. Thank you again for coming. God bless you. It's Alex Ihama, Executive Director, Canadian Congress. See you in 2025.